So, what is the message about?
That's a tough question because it's about a lot of things. But really, primarily at its core, it's like don't sleep. Like don't overlook me. Don't overlook us. Or don't think that you understand my experience or our experience living in the Southwest, or just because you saw something on TV, So I guess, I guess, look, I love LA, I love Philly, I love all kinds of great, beautiful cities, New York, but something happens when you're from a place like Arizona and you go other places. They think they know your experience, right? And I think what the message is really about is like, yeah, man, wherever you live, not all of it's good and not all of it's bad, but like, we have our experience is valid. We saw to the earth. We saw to the earth, kid. Like that's a big moment in that song.
Cause we saw to the earth, kid. We saw to the earth. We saw to the earth, kid. We saw to the earth. We don't give a shit if you don't get it. Better jump up in it, cause this is how it works.
Because I have a lot of love, and there's a lot of great artists, and there's been a lot of great artists that have come from this region of the country, and a lot of important people, especially activists, man. So don't sleep on our experience. When I made the beat for this song, like I wanted to make something that felt very much like the desert to me, or my feeling of the desert, and like this knock to it, and then once you hear that bass, to me I'm like, that's just like dust. Right? I didn't want to make like, we have a close allegiance in Arizona to West Coast sound and West Coast music, like I think even Ice Cube has connections to the south side of Phoenix, if I'm not mistaken, right? So there's always that, our neighbors, right? And we love West Coast music, but I didn't want to fight, the West Coast. I wanted to make something original and new, and I wanted it to be like in your face and confrontational, like unapologetically there, right? So
All right, so can you explain your production choices in regards to the drums?
yeah, I mean, I just wanted it to knock. I didn't want it to bounce. I mean, it does have bounce in it, but I really wanted it to knock. Like it's a war drum, like it's coming at you, like we coming at you, like don't deny this shit, right?
Nation neglects, they disrespect what we protect. This we will rep. South side, southwest, dark, south, park, bench, west.
Don't sleep, man. And this is the other thing I want to say too. It's like, I think that conversation about regionality supremacy is kind of problematic. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like New York has contributed so much to the world and the country. You know what I'm saying? But like, have you been to the subway? It's not that fun, bro. Like it's hard to make it there. It's hard to live there. Not everything about it is good. So who's to say just because you're from New York that you have some type of supremacy over somebody else's existence? You know what I'm saying? That's my point. I'm not saying that Arizona's better than or rural Northwest or wherever the places where I'm from is better than these other places. I'm just saying that we're not less than, period.
So can you explain further your writing process for this song?
Man, I wanted to write something that was just as confrontational as the beat, because I write them in tandem and together, and I wanted it to do a certain cadence, and have a certain level of syllables. This is unkillable spiritual wisdom. It's lyrically visceral, more than the physical, ushering mystical, rhythmically critical. This is my ascent. Yeah.
This is unkillable spiritual wisdom. It's lyrically visceral, more than the physical, ushering mystical, rhythmically critical. This is my ascent. Yeah.
Like I wanted the lines to be that long and in that pattern, Like and so all I had in my head when I was writing it was like I maybe just had that one line, and I was like, but that's it, man. I gotta make it all go like that, and I also need to say dope stuff, like, you know, but I wanted it to go like in that pattern. You know, for people who don't like rap music, this is not a song for you. You know, like, because people are like, I can't understand it. It's like, this song, you're not going to really catch a lot of stuff. I mean, maybe the kids are. But I mean, music is more than just like what it says on paper. It's subconscious. You know, you feel it. You don't need to know everything I'm saying to feel me. You know what I mean? You get it right away when you hear it.
Writers paint many scenes, landscape, land of many fiends. Hearts break, land of many dreams. Dreams break, land of many thieves. Land of many.
Alright, so what are some of your favorite lyrics then from the song?
You know, because I like the whole breakdown section, probably is my favorite, you know.
When the sky clear up and you know all you got is your little ones. When the heat set in and all you got to give is a grip of love. When the rent check, you know, hustle be your whole life, but it's never enough. But you got gold and your grandmother smile. Meanwhile, take it from us, East Coast, West Coast, California, down south with a homie. We been down and out here growing, freaking, speaking. Roots been here for thousands of years, drinking beneath the dust. We got famine blood, you got it fucked up. If you think you're better than us, cause we salt to the earth, kid. We salt to the earth.
Like, I like that, but you got gold in your grandmother's smile. You know what I mean? Like, people be starving, we younger than Compton. The swamp meat be stomping, the boss shit we mobbing.
We really a problem, fuck all you be talking, cause this is our ascent, yeah.
You know, Phoenix in particularly is a place that is new in the sense that it's developing its own cultural identity in what we call America, right? But this land is not new. You know, where we really are is occupied, you know, Tohono O'odham territory, right? One of my favorites is, this land was stolen by misters.
Twiddled their whiskers, got richer and richer. Their subjects exploited, are living in blisters, and everyone whispers.
Yeah. I mean, that's the story of America. That's not just Arizona. I mean, you can get into the history of Arizona and land grant swindlers and whatnot, but yo, you know, that could apply to anybody who's been in the lower class, you know, who came from sharecroppers or whatever you want to say, or whatever location in the world, in the country, right? Really in the world, because, you know, empires do what they do. But yeah, so I enjoy those lines.
So what do you hope people take away from this song?
Man, I just want people to, that's a really great question. I just want people to enjoy it. You know, I want people to be proud of who they are and their origins, no matter how dirty or how, you know, sketchy those origins might be or how beautiful they might be. You know, when I hear someone like, you know, Kendrick Lamar talk about Compton, or like Princess Nokia talk about riding a train in New York, those things are inspiring to me because it doesn't make me want to be from there or have their experience. It reminds me that I love where I'm at, that I know who I am, you know? So like when they talk about their places of origins, like that should inspire you to love your home. And that's one thing that's weird about Arizona is like, you know, I've been out here for over a third of my life, and you'll meet people who don't claim it. You'll meet someone who's like, nah, man, but I'm from California originally. You know, I'm really from California. And like, you ask, do a little bit more investigation. It's like they lived in California when they were 3, and they've been here for 25 years. You know what I mean? And they're repping California. That happens sometimes. It's not like Chicago, where people like Chicago over everything. You know what I mean? And I love people from Chicago for that. You know, people who have pride for where they're from. So I guess, you know, what I hope is just that no matter where you're at in the world, whenever you get this song, you know, that's what it's about. It's about embracing the reality of what your home is, and like the good and the bad, and like, you know, having tenacity to go forward and become better, you know, as people, as a community, you know, you name it.
This is unkillable, yeah. This is unkillable spiritual, yeah. This is unkillable spiritual wisdom. It's lyrically, yeah. Lyrically, yeah. This is